Good evening and welcome to another episode of TVAD Action News.
We're your source for the latest weather news in Chicago and around Chicago. I'm Masha.
I'm Meredith, and we have lots of news to bring to you tonight. Let's get right into today's headlines. 4 police officers are recovering this evening after being injured from saving a family from a burning building. It happened earlier this evening in City's Garfield Park neighborhood near West Congress Parkway and Springfield Avenue. Officers noticed smoke while patrolling. Upon investigating, they found one family to still be inside. They entered the building and were able to get everyone out safely. The fire displaced a family of 4, and the officers were taken to the hospital but are expected to be okay.
An accident over the weekend leaves 6 people in critical condition and has killed a beloved celebrity chef. Police says a 56-year-old man driving near the South Loop in Congress Parkway and Wall Street had a medical emergency and crashed into the car of Darius Coners. Darius was a local celebrity chef on his way to work to cook for one of the A-list clients. It happened Saturday afternoon. The crash led to a chain reaction that caused a 9-car pileup. The 56-year-old driver that caused the accident is okay. However, his wife was taken to the emergency room. Now Coners' family is mourning his death.
Just days after being released from jail, the 66-year-old woman known as a serial stowaway was caught at O'Hare trying to board another flight. Marilyn Hartman is now being held without bond and will have to wear an electronic monitoring device. She faces charges of misdemeanor, criminal trespass in state land, and violation of bail bond. She is due in court again on Wednesday.
In national news, a fight is brewing on Capitol Hill among Republicans over whether or not protect Special Counsel Robert Mueller from being fired by the president. You'll remember last week when news broke that President Trump wanted to fire Mueller as early as June, but was not advised to do so. Senator Lindsey Graham is proposing to check President Trump's power over the men leading the investigation into the Russian involvement in the national election. House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy says there is no need for it.
Someone did get fired over the weekend, Senator Marco Rubio's chief of staff. Clint Reed was let go effective immediately. Rubio traveled from Florida to D.C. to fire Reed. He released a statement saying those who are affected by Reed's improper misconduct will have access to any service they require now or in the future as needed.
Before we head to break, let's take a quick look to weather. We can all remember the North American blizzard that hit us 8 years ago. The storm that traveled across the U.S., affecting over 100 million people that weekend. Chicago saw upwards of 2 feet of snow and blizzard condition with winds over 60 miles per hour.
That weekend, more than 1,300 flights were canceled as near whiteout conditions hit the area. Lakeshore Drive was even shut down as 900 cars, buses, and trucks were stranded for longer than 12 hours.
Well, we can promise you nothing similar is headed into town this week, but we do have some snow ahead of us.
Today, we are still pretty cold. We have temperatures in the mid-teens. We will see a high of 16 and a low of 7.
Tomorrow, we hold on to similar temperatures with a high of 20s during the day and going down on a low of 10 overnight.
However, as we look at the rest of the week ahead, the temperatures dip pretty low as we enter the weekend. We dip down into the teens, hitting a high of 13 on Saturday and dipping down to a low of 17 on Sunday. But the good news is we will warm up a bit as the snow heads into town beginning next week.
We still have a lot of more ahead on TVAD News, including a look back at the major performances during the last night Grammys. We'll also take a look at some of the political surprises Jamie Garden has in the store. All that and more is still ahead. Don't go anywhere.
Going to black?